Hello and welcome back. So let me draw the structure of a phospholipid properly. So I start off with my head group. Okay. Then try and use a different color. I have my phosphate group. Oops. Attached to my phosphate group is my glycerol molecule. Glycerol. Okay. And attached to my glycerol molecule are two fatty acids. Fatty acid 1, fatty acid 2. Okay, you don't have to, well, it might be a good idea to look into the the actual structure and not just the setup, but for the purposes of this course I think we're good enough just with that. So we're talking about ester bonds, right? So you could have a phospho 1 second here, let me write it down. So we were talking about phospholipases that split lipids into different parts, and there's four kinds. Number one, phospholipase A1. Number two, phospholipase A2. Number three, phospholipase C. Number four, phospholipase D. I don't know why they never had a B, but anyways. So let's look at how these ones, where do these ones split the lipid. um, so this bond here between the head group and the phosphate, that would be PLD's, breaking that bond would be PLD's function, phospholipase D's function, okay? When you come to the bond between glycerol and fatty acid, so this bottom right here, this bond would be broken by phospholipase A1 and this one by phospholipase A2. And this bond here between the phosphate and the glycerol is taken care of by phospholipase C. Okay, so this is something you'll have to remember. I have a really silly way of remembering this. It's like head group, so there's like a D, so it has to be D here, and then PLC, and this is like it's absolutely awkward, but it helps me remember it. C because glycerol has a C in it. I don't know. And then fatty acid A because A1, so this is opposite. A1, I try to remember it like this, and A2 like that. Okay? So that's how I try to remember this. I don't know, whatever works for you guys, okay? So that is the generalized structure of a phospholipid molecule, and these are the phospholipases. So I do have another note on phospholipases. They're activated in response to extracellular signals, and see that's why they are. We talked about these in when we talked about primary messengers and secondary messengers. You always have to have an extracellular signal. So once you get that extracellular signal, these molecules will be produced, or these will be activated. Sorry, phospholipases will be activated, right? So they do need an extracellular signal for sure. Okay, the products they produce function as second messengers. So now when phospholipases get activated, they work on these phospholipids, and their products act as second messengers. All right, so that is that. Now I want to show a picture from my notes because it's a very complicated picture. It's hard to draw it on here. So I'm going to end this one here and then talk about that picture and then go on talking about phospholipid kinases, which are really important. Alright, see you guys in the next video.